This tournament, but most of the times it has not been picked up against the Terrorblade. When it has been picked up against Terrorblade, it's actually 50-50. We just had 2 games of it, and TSM themselves were actually the team that got the win with Darkseer versus a Terrorblade. It was actually the very first Darkseer of the tournament versus Evil Geniuses. I think is a pretty damn good team. So despite this being kind of a bad hero, it's got a good matchup, right, Avery?
That was a lot of words to say Darkseer good.
No, Darkseer bad, except Darkseer versus TB good.
But that's when you pick him. So all I'm hearing is he's a great hero.
Great hero this game.
I love this matchup.
I mean, it's probably the
wall
best
illusion.
Darkseer matchup of all the matchups, right?
Yeah. It's a pretty damn good one. There's not a lot of downsides, I'll put it that way. If you ever get that Terrorblade illusion, it is disgustingly good. And they don't have a way to kill it either. There's no way to take it over or insta-disintegrate it. You can disrupt the Darkseer's lane with the Oracle pick. That's going to be nice. This matchup still sucks.
Yeah.
But look at what Whisper's doing. He's already killing your wave before you get there because you're messing around with Matthew. And meanwhile, they're double shelling it.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Really bad for Tomato.
Yeah, he's
going to miss the wave, and he's going to get zoned off here, too. He's going to have to TP. Oh, TSM, what have you done?
Oh, he wishes he had TP'd already. Now they can glimpse him. Oh, he's so
trouble.
screwed.
This is going to hurt. This is really going to hurt.
He has to get outside of vision and then TP, which is why they're just going to glimpse him now.
He's missing so much. Just TP. Just TP, my man.
Yeah, the glimpse is on cooldown. Go.
He's walking for his regen. He's going to go. Okay, he's TPing.
He missed a melee creep, too. So he missed a full wave and a melee creep.
And they brought Ari down here because of the pressure, but I don't think EG want to try down here forever. You never want to try with Darkseer. The XP drain is way too large. So they're going to send a support top first Kasane, and you're going to be stuck down here with everybody on TSM. This is not the way they wanted this game to start out. Just getting baited by Matthew on that random rune spot. Not paying attention to what was happening bottom, and Whisper takes full advantage of it. Your Oracle counterpick also just lost the entirety of the first 2 waves interaction versus Darkseer. Monumental. Whisper just gets a freebie. He's already running out something. Free boots coming out for this Darkseer, and you're getting your courier sniped. Oh my, Cap, what else can go wrong on this lane? I don't know.
It's his
You're going to strike and blow up their tower or what?
Oh my god.
This is just disgusting.
He lost his quelling blade onto Terrorblade. Oh, man.
Well,
the hard camp is available to pull to as well.
You know, in other news.
Nudes? What?
In other news. What is wrong with you? In case you thought lanes were going to get any easier, Bakaz just went to the jungle and instant ate an Ice Ogre. So he's going to have broken-ass ice armor. This spell that should not exist, that still does for some reason. That's gonna help him in the one-on-one that is otherwise a tough one-on-one. Like, DP wins this matchup for sure in the isolated scenario. So that's nice for TSM, but Ice Armor's going to skew that. C-Smile's probably going to have a decent time mid.
Matthew's like, I'm back home, baby.
You're stuck
playing Riki all over again, sniping couriers 24/7. He's killed 3 couriers so far.
That's 3 too many. I'm surprised that EG are maintaining this trialing for this long. Why not go top here with Panda? D-Ward small, start going for the pulls and helping Bakaz out in the unfavorable one-on-one. You've already done the damage down here. I guess they're giving all the XP to Whisper, and they're not leeching anything. But at some point, you got to break this up if you're not getting pulls.
Well, he used the Purge, so he can actually use Ion Shell a little bit.
He messed up that pull.
Missed the pull.
Big time.
Yeah.
Got to hit the small troll so it doesn't summon on you. Here's a little pro tip for you. I got flamed in my stream for that one. That's how I know it.
See, Twitch chat does know everything.
No, they don't. They're just, you know, they're wrong so much that eventually they accidentally get something correct. That's what I've learned. Still, I'm surprised Panda has lingered down here this long. Maybe they're okay with the one-on-one, just giving soul XP to Bakaz. He did buy a Ring of Health first, so he's doing okay in this matchup. And the benefit is you can get these triangle stacks up for your Shadow Fiend, who's going to take full benefit of it after having a 1v1 of himself that has no threat of getting ganked. Normally, you'd kind of like to be able to gank this lane with the Tusk mid. Pretty high kill threat with a support rotation. So there are some benefits to this tri-lane for EG. You just have to be wary of how much XP you're sucking away from that Darkseer. That is the one thing I'm concerned about with this lane setup. Otherwise, they seem to be benefiting overall.
Glimpse back, trying to go into Matthew. He's going to use the cookie, but it's not good enough. Tomato will land the first blood. So let's see where Matthew goes from here.
I think you have to break it at this point. It's a Darkseer lane with 2 ranged supports. You can't create pressure here. And Bakaz is continuing to suffer into these siphons. Now they're at double TP supports.
Okay, Kasani is committed at this point in time, and he does manage to get the kill. They're going to slow him down, get the cookie, go for the glimpse back. Kinetic fields him underneath the tower as well, but a good TP gets him out.
I think this should have happened sooner, though. I think Panda lingered way too long bottom. I think you can just sack the Darkseer here, get the triangle stacks with Matthew, and play that top lane, where Bakaz is going to have a better time. You're going to get more levels on your Disruptor. I don't think this tri-lane was ever really a threat unless you were getting those big chain pulls off, which just wasn't happening. Ended up not being too great for EG as TSM pull ahead in the lanes and have the top 3 pretty much. Outside of that mid matchup, which has pretty much been a wash. You're looking at 6-minute rune here, and now the supports are starting to gaze towards mid. They really want this SF gank.
They do. Matthew is sitting with him, though, so C-Smile won't be so easy to kill.
Both supports mid for TSM. The classic NA mid collapse.
Yeah, around the siege wagon, right?
Yep. But they will not find that kill, and Whisper will take those triangle stacks as he cannot enter bottom lane. A little catch-up farm for the Darkseer. Already has Arcane Boots. Not too shabby.
Bryle, can he get a good... Yeah, he's got a shard.
Oh, and the Porcupine. Take that as well. And his Exorcism goes to work. Another solo kill for Gasane. Forces a Shadow Fiend TP. Can he catch up off the Razor Slow?
Not really.
Not look like it. And Gasane is destroying this 1-on-1. It is a favorable one. I thought the Ice Armor might have helped him a bit more in this matchup, but this DP just doesn't care.
No, I mean, 5 armor only does so much when Spirit Siphon does a billion magic damage on you.
And these lanes are suddenly going TSM's way really hard. Can't create aggression on the Darkseer lane because you don't have a melee support and you're playing into Oracle. Your Shadow Fiend's getting pulled to the Death Prophet, who's just destroying Doom. Nice little lane swap from EG to try and create some net worth out of nothing. But you are missing a lot of levels on your supports. Both of EG supports are level 2 right now as we approach the 7-minute mark. That is brutal, and you just lost your offlane tower as a Darkseer. That sucks because it's a hero that innately pushes that lane out.
Kasane almost killed C-Smile. This really could not get much worse for Evil Geniuses, considering the start there of that first 30 seconds of the laning phase. That looks so good for them. It is incredible how badly this is turned.
The last 4 minutes have not been their friend. Raindrop coming in for C-Smile. He is ice armored here.
Gonna see if he can get off the Requiem. The extra bit of magic damage comes through, though, and he will eventually fall. Bryle is the one to take the last hit.
That's that big SF gank they were looking for. Finally connected. I mean, you can scourge your ZG, but you don't have support levels.
Nice Fate's Edict to be able to stop the magic damage from those 2 supports.
That's another thing about this Oracle pick. There's not much gap goals on the EG side. Well, how are you getting to the backline and disabling Whitemon in these fights? And Fate's Edict is really good this game, as well as the Purge.
Yeah.
Like, Purge is going to handle the Darkseer and a lot of those spells. It's also going to handle that Ice Armor from the Doom. Even a quick Thunderbolt from the Disruptor. But Fate's Edict is just blocking so much of your damage here. This Oracle pick is pretty disgusting. Of course, they got it last. EG were not expecting it. But that's when the Prophet strikes.
That is kind of the only time to pick Oracle, I think. It's one of the good ones. It's one of the reasons why Darkseer suffered, actually. It's not the first time that we've seen this hero picked up against Darkseer.
Nope. Maybe just forgetting that, oh yeah, Tusk can be core, guys. They're used to playing versus Beast Coast where it's always Schofield, but
yeah, true.
No, this hero can go mid. TSM are taking advantage of it as they bring the Death Prophet mid for that tier 1 tower push off the next Exo. No contest here from EG. Just do not have the levels to take that fight. And because went Meteor Hammer on this Doombringer. Not an item I would have expected from him over the Midas, just gearing up for the late game, which is where I think you have to go right now if you're EG. Meteor Hammer is a farming item. It's not that this item is necessarily slower than Midas, but it doesn't give you the extra levels. And I don't think he's going to get any bonus pressure off of hitting towers with this.
I think it's because he can't actually sit in lane against this Death Prophet, so he just wants to kill the wave with Meteor Hammer and then go to jungle.
I mean, that's nice. I just think when you can't get early tower damage with this item, or it's not that easy to use in fights, it does lose some value. Especially if you're going to go Midas, too.
Yeah.
We saw 33 do this a couple times.
Yeah, the triple farming item where he goes Meteor Hammer, Hand of Midas, and Boots of Travel.
It felt very clunky in some of those games. And I don't know if this is a game where you can afford clunky item builds.
Yeah, when you're being run over by TSM this early. It's a valid question. 10-minute power rune comes up. It's a regen for C-Smile.
We should also note the other benefit of the Oracle in this game is they have a Death Prophet. That's one of the old school things you always thought of when you pick this hero is some frontliner with innate heal ability.
Yep.
You can just throw the ult on Kasane in all these fights, and he is not going to die. I don't think you have the burst damage to deal with him. So that can also lead to earlier objective taking for TSM than maybe they otherwise would have. Whereas if you're C-Smile, you just got to clear through Ancients and hope it's going to be enough to get you into this mid game. Quick smoke from TSM, out from mid, going towards bottom. Trying to use those Tusk levels and Rubik levels to get effect RD6 on Ahri. Let's see what he can steal. If you can get any of the Darkseer spells, you're going to be happy about that. Glimpse, take that one too.
Doesn't bother stealing Kinetic Field.
Little Courier Revenge. Why not?
That's quite nice. Okay, the mech is done for Whisper. It's a little bit more team fight potential because with this wave, be pretty close to completing Midas.
Big tower defense with the hammer. He gets the last hit. He will. That's his Midas. And 200 gold.
that is an older patch's Midas, for sure.
Hey man, I caught it. What are you going?
You did.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can teach a new dog old tricks.
Can't teach a cat a trick at all.
Can't teach a porcupine seed shot.
I knew you were gonna go with porcupine. I knew you were.
All right, I'm done. I promise. Also, you didn't know that.
I did.
You don't know anything.
100% I knew that.
No, you don't.
We've worked together long enough at this point.
Halfway, it has felt like a long time. C-Smile's going to get double damage.
Like an eternity right now.
That's a big double damage rune. Can't really ask for a better rune here on a better hero at this point in the game, where you might have to take some earlier objective fight than you want to.
I mean, is it going to be a big power rune? I just kind of feel like EG's not able to fight at all.
Maybe they can't use it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like worst case scenario, you can at least go and start hitting some buildings with it if TSM group up for Roshan with Exo or something.
Sure.
That could be the value here. But yeah, in terms of the team fight, it's going to be pretty hard to get it. You just don't have an easy initiation when you're behind because your lineup is predicated on running at the enemy and using Glimpse. You're getting gone under the tower.
Yeah, Matthew was chilling,
just
trying to help the SF, and he added absolutely nothing to that. Now, the Glimpse back, Static Storm, okay, double silences plus the kisses. That is a lot of spells. And it still is not dead. Now, the Doom should take him out. He's 100% dead. And Bryle actually is going to get himself killed here.
Hammer!
Oh, the hammer came through. Oh, False Promise actually saves him. Where was that False Promise earlier for the Death Prophet?
He didn't have the levels.
Back. Oh, he got the level mid-fight.
He got level 6 mid-fight, so he did not have it for Kasane. This fight might look very different.
That was a lot of damage. The two robed support heroes, both of them sneaking away. No, Ahri gets caught by C-Smile. Whitemon goes for the deny on Roshan, but another shotgun blast from Matthew.
Good fight for EG off the very deep extension from TSM. Not respecting the Glimpse, honestly. Maybe not respecting the amount of damage Doom can do when you didn't have Oracle 6. If that's Oracle 6, that fight looks very different because you just ult the DP. She probably lives through it and you can turn.
Yeah.
But he was one creep off, and one creep makes the difference. All right, we'll clean up on the respawn.
He just goes right back to it. I mean, after all, they used 4 ultimates to try and kill that Death Prophet. They don't really have many abilities left.
I think every time EXO's up this game, you got to make something happen with it if you're TSM. And level 2 EXO is probably looking towards that Roshan. You want to get the Terrorblade involved at some point around the 2nd to 3rd item here. He's just going to rush Scotty. It's not a bad choice to tank up for some of this magic damage.
That's
having fun.
It's not how to use Meteor Hammer, kids.
I mean, I told you, I don't think Pakaz has ever used this item in his life. He's asking Whisper right now. How do you build? What's the build-up? Another deep go.
Nice force. Oh, Hurricane. Oh, that's a choice ability to have at a critical moment. See, Smile, I thought he was 100% dead.
It's a good Hurricane game. You're going to remove them from the tossback or the shards, even an Oracle Leash. And TSM do not have the best lockdown. If you get Force Staffs, if you use that Hurricane well. There's no real stuns on this lineup outside of Punch. And EXO committed for nothing. That's going to feel bad here for Kasane.
Wonder if EG are thinking about taking another fight. All their ultimates are off cooldown again, and no EXO, so they got to be feeling decently strong.
You have a lot of damage to pump in with Kisses, Static Storm. So you just have to respect the Oracle. If you just pump all this damage straight into a Fate's Edict or an ult, that fight's not going to look great for you. But if you can start running TSM down, get a glimpse back on a solo hero, force Whitemon into a bad position, that's where that AoE can do you some favors. And you always have to respect this higher level vacuum on top of the Static Storm, right? Let's say you start chasing heroes down, TSM bring the backline with the Rubik and Oracle close to that fight. They might just get vacked into the silence. And that's a very easy fight for EG if that happens, because TSM are relying on the backline to help them win these engagements.
The way you described the Oracle problem makes me think that EG shouldn't fight right now. Not until at least BKBs, maybe even Blink Dagger for Pakaz.
I think they'd be very happy for nothing to happen in this game for 5 more minutes.
Sure.
And they get the SF BKB, Doom BKB. I mean, even Whisper has one queued up. So they're just going to go triple BKB, jam at TSM's way, and say, what's up? There we go. There we go. I don't even know what that is, but I'll take it as a dub. Is some sort of weird Swedish ritualistic porcupine?
Stop enabling him, please. This is not okay.
This is 10 out of 10 production.
Avery is sick. He needs help. He doesn't need
use
you.
my lines against me.
He doesn't need you enabling his fantasies.
I mean, sick is an ambiguous term. That can mean a lot of things, you know? Would you say someone who plays Dota 10 hours a day for 6 years in a row is sick?
Yes.
Well, I'd call him a TI champion, so... You know, some of the greats would have something to say to you.
You know what? That's everything wrong with our society.
I would say that's everything great with it. We're at a point in civilization where people can branch out, pursue their niche interests, and make a career out of it. Isn't that what Surplus is for?
C-Smile is dead. There's a surplus of damage here on the side of TSM.
And Panda wishes he could glimpse his ally back out of that position. He was very far on the map with no BKB. We'll finish it up now, as Pakaz also finishes his. So TSM are going to clean up another support, get the 2 for 1. As EG finished their big items, bleeding a little bit here, but not falling too far behind. That is the important thing to remember here. You have auras up for TSM, and you're looking towards this Roshan. It's a question of, can EG take that fight when it comes in the next minute or two here with the double BKB plus the kisses and the AoE control they have around the pit.
Yeah, I mean, the win percentage-wise, it was looking pretty good for TSM, and it's sort of been grinding its way back to 50-50. That's where it's at now.
This is a completely even game. Level 4 Glimpse on Ahri. Also something to note, this is a really powerful spell to have at this point in the game. It's going to let you get those chase down kills or maybe just catch someone off guard, out of position. As TSM are going to force Roshan with level 2 EXO and double damage on Tomato. Rather, they're just going to smoke and take the fight. EG think they're in the pit, but nobody's home. Smoke on both teams. Waiting for the other to run into them. But at some point, I think TSM will just man up for this. That's what I would expect. You have the auras. You have the double damage.
Hammer comes down. Bryle quick to try and pounce on that one. Tried to catch him inside of the shard, but no luck.
I'm really surprised TSM aren't forcing this. I know that pit fight's scary, but even if you start poking it, as long as you don't get low, you can use Oracle heals. You're going to force EG into you, which is what you want. There's that glimpse. Because did not expect it.
He gets off his BKB. Used the. Oh no, he didn't go far enough. The cookie isn't going to get him far enough either. If the Hurricane had pushed him to the other side of the shard, maybe he would have lived.
You have another glimpse in two, if you can get the vision.
Requiem, Static Storm does actually catch Brown. Nice silence read. That was beautiful. That was blind, I think.
Just melts through him. Didn't get anything off.
Okay, that's Roshan now for TSM.
Ari with the glimpse, setting it all up, catching Pakaz off guard. Double damage, still up for 10 seconds, straight into the Roshan. Exo is out, so this is going to be slower than you like. In fact, is this slow enough that EG can get back here?
I mean, if they were to run over there, they could kisses it, and that might actually scare TSM out of the pit.
It's just a little too fast.
Because he's saying, I'm not going over there, guys. He TP'd to the bottom lane to push it out.
These are big fights to give up. This is when you want to be getting those Vax with the early Greaves on Darkseer, pumping up your cores and winning those fights so they can stay onto the late game. Now you're going to have to take some engagement into Aegis Terrorblade. As he slowly cleans up Roche, finally. This could be another early high ground game for TSM. Let's say they just want to go push with level 2 Exo, the Pipe Mech, and Oracle heals behind this Terrorblade Scotty with Aegis. I'd say EG's high ground defense is okay, but not amazing if they have the sustain to power through some of the poke.
Matthew quickly bursted down. Nobody can save him from that fate. Blink Dagger is now done for the Doom, though, so there is that potential initiation, but...
Do you go for the Oracle or do you go for a core?
Yeah, I feel like when you're behind, you may just have to go for the Oracle.
Then there could be a snowball save, too.
Yeah.
A lot of mechanisms to make it not an easy read.
This is going to be another BKB usage. If not, C-Smell's going to flat out die. Does have the Doom here. Nice. The vacuum back into the Static Storm with the wall out as well. The Requiem overwhelms all of them. They do manage to get a return Doom onto the Doom himself.
Only got Oracle out of all that, though.
Yeah, all that damage, but because they're so far ahead. Oh, nice cookie. Ooh, that was very nice.
They're going to keep looking here with Glimpse. Another one and two.
Tomato is very hard target to dodge for. Nice man to dodge. He has an Aegis.
But they're going for other people. Because still wants to fight. This might have been a mistake on that jump.
Oh, it was certainly a mistake, and a mistake that Matthew is going to pay the price for.
Level 2 Exo, not your friend. Another Greaves will come up here as well. So the push continues for TSM. Getting some value out of that meta. That was the kind of combo they're looking for. The back into the Static Storm. Requiem, fearing him out of it. Maybe not exactly the synergy you want. But the Piping Greaves is just too early here for Kasane. It negates all that damage.
Yeah, if the SF, maybe if he could have gotten into a position where he pushes them deeper onto the Dire side, could have been cool.
Requiem's back into their tier 2 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Does have Blink now, so those are possibilities. And of course, you're also looking for that big Terrorblade illusion off the wall. Getting all those other wall illusions is nice, but the TB one is the big prize.
He's the big kahuna.
The big fish. So you thought I was going to say big porcupine, but I didn't.
I did not think that, actually.
Well, now you did. Another quick pick off from Ryle. I like he's just going BKB over Deso here. I don't think you need the extra single target jump. You just need to survive in the fights and let Exo and Terrorblade go to work.
Sure.
BKB means you're not going to have to use Oracle spells on him, which frees him up for one of his other 2 cores, which are their priority. A lot of farming items for Pakaz, but not really felt his impact in these fights. 0-4. Oh, they see Kasane here.
Yeah, and they're waiting, trying to get the initiation on. They missed the cookie, and C Smile's initiation to follow that up.
It's a hard angle to hit.
Can't land.
Don't blame him, but that would have been a big find if they'd gotten it.
Cause is fine. They are getting pushed back into their base. They're stuck now.
Indeed, been corralled. Lost their ward off that play as well, and now Terrorblade Illusions are cutting both side lanes here as TSM set up the fortress.
The fortress?
Yeah.
They're the ones sieging the fortress.
They put a bigger fortress around the smaller one.
Yeah.
Why siege the fortress when you can just make it an inner portion of your larger fortress?
I mean, there were like basically temporary encampments set up because sieges would last for years potentially. So
yeah.
And it all starts off of that shard. It's building the wall.
Very true. You know, how about some Tuskar lore? Did you know Tuskar and Tiny are the same race?
That seems impossible.
A race of walrus iron root stone creatures.
Okay, but your lore thing also said that what was it? Night Stalker is Hoodwink's uncle.
No, that was the voice line. We figured that one out.
Yeah, but that's what the tidbit said.
No.
I'm pretty sure the same
Hoodwink's
tidbit.
uncle warned her about Night Stalker.
Yes, because he is the beast from Bed.
Though they could also be related. That is a possibility.
Maybe her uncle was Night Stalker in disguise. How can Tusk and Tiny be related?
I didn't write this. Go take it up with the lore. The guy who wrote this is going to get so much flack after this.
Yeah, that guy's... Never mind. Someone at Valve might be listening.
We don't know who it is.
Don't know if he's still with the company or not.
Well, Kasane is still with TSM as he builds towards Halberd on Death Prophet here. Going to be a very nice pickup for a Shadow Fiend because EG is going to need some right-click damage at some point in this game. Unless you're just playing for super high ground defense.
Yeah, I mean, he's going...
I don't know how long that lasts, though.
They're focused on the magic damage.
If you get the Wombo combo...
Well, this is not a Wombo combo. Or maybe it's a... Okay.
Oh, the cliff.
He got the BKB off on Tomato, though. He saw that vacuum wall coming, and he did not want to give up the illusion. Very smart. Because really, it's the only comeback mechanism that EG has.
He says, I'm not RTC. I'm not going to go on that cliff, son. You got the wrong NA carry. Instead, they'll go high ground. This is that 25, 30-minute high ground push with EXO, your auras, meta. Don't even need a damn Aegis here. Have not been able to find Oracle in any of these fights, and EG are just going to give it up.
And I believe our observers pointing out that it's not bugged. EG just literally haven't gotten any building damage. Is that correct? How can that be possible? The safe lane tower is dead. They're all zero?
I don't know if I'm believing you still, man. Seems a little sus.
Popped up, trying to get the quick kill onto Panda. But they don't, and now a glimpse back is possible. Chose not to glimpse Bryle, but instead went for the Terrorblade. So neither one was really an option for a kill.
On top of the free rack, she brought them all back. I enjoy that. I'm sure nobody else does, but I do. Because as you said, I'm sick and I need help.
Yes. It is very true. All right, drops off the bottle again.
Yeah, you're the one ranting about Batman yesterday. How are you even talking? Oh, bottle. Another free double damage for Tomatoes. He finishes up Daedalus here. on top of Grove Bow. So he's got the range from Pike Grove Bow to use this crit and use this DD. This is a crazy damage spike coming out for TSM.
Batrider and Batman are way more correlated.
Nope, don't try and defend
Porcupine and Pinecone.
Don't try and defend it. You still need this Wombo combo for EG. They're kind of pseudo-smoked here. Because broke his.
Wait, what is the Wombo combo exactly?
A good vac into wall, into Static Storm, into Kisses, into Cookie, into Arcane Blink Requiem for C Smile. This can come out really fast. This is the comeback mechanism. You just got to get in there, jam it before the BKBs come out, and Wombo combo TSM up. Catch the saves in that AoE as well. You're looking for the Oracle. You're looking for the Tuskar. Kill him in the fear duration.
I mean, if you could possibly get the vacuum at the same time as the Requiem, they're like phase, so they could go inside of the SF as he explodes.
That would be sick.
Bryle doesn't think so.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Bryle knows what's coming for him right now. This is the smoke for Roche.
Beautiful.
I say for Roche, but Tomato just soloed it with double damage. Nice smoke.
I love the fact that his entire team was sitting around the high ground making sure that EG doesn't get close.
He's just strong enough to do it himself.
Yeah.
And he'll claim that shard as well, so Demon Zeal online.
So even when meta is out, still a pretty scary hero.
Back to the high ground defense.
What's that, five of them? All right.
That's a nice little gold pocket.
Yeah.
Over 2K.
450 for 5 people. 1,800. Was that 2,350 net worth?
You just didn't believe my quick math, or what?
I believe I knew it was over 2K. I was trying to get an exact number. I'm sure our audience appreciated it.
Press doubt on that one. I'm gonna appreciate if they get a Wombo combo in this game, though.
Yeah, please. It's the only bit of action that EG is gonna be able to pull off. Just do it once, one time.
I think if you're TSM, you just send Terrorblade up solo.
Yeah.
Just don't even give him the chance. Just keep healing him up. Let him poke this high ground with Demon Zeal, with meta, whatever he wants to do. If someone blinks, if Bakaz blinks in, then you can blink punch him. But just don't clump. It's the one way you can throw going high ground here into that massive AoE. Or you can just keep farming. Why not?
Maybe even better, yeah, just get the Aghanim Scepter and kick them out.
Yep, that's a very good option as well. You find a good core. Are going to give some time here to EG to get some items, because of course Devour is going to work with that Midas for Bakaz, so he does get up to Shivas on Doom. Now has a significant more amount of EHP. Not the squishy Doom he was before.
It was 2,250.
Yeah, your math was incorrect.
Yeah, it was.
I wasn't going to point it out, but I mean, if you're going to do it yourself dirty. Oh, there's that kick.
The first one. Aghanim Scepter already goes off to great effect. As the Snapfire does have a buyback. And I feel like TSM can pretty easily force it out of you.
What?
Just one of the effigies was shown. That's all.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting some PTSD. Let's not show effigies right now. Oh, I see which effigy you're talking about. Did we not learn anything? My God. Don't click them. Just don't click them.
Here he comes.
Here's the combo.
From behind. Oh, the BKBs already went off. They got the Doom onto the Tusk. The Shiva's chasing after, but ultimately Tomato is completely undeterred. He just pushes through the EG heroes one by one, force-staffs himself forward. Careful around the wall, of course. As long as he doesn't create an illusion, they can easily get the GG out. Well, EG, they tried. They tried to get the one shot, one combo.
The one punch.
The one punch.
I don't think they got a